OVC championship and made the FCS playoffs. Can you tell us about that experience?
Well, it was a wonderful experience. Just everything went well. Had a great group of guys. Staff did a tremendous job, and anytime you win a championship, the OVC championship especially, it's a blessing. So I mean, it's a tough conference, and to come out on top, it was a really great year.
So what can you do as an encore this year?
Well, we was a little disappointed. The way we represented the conference and didn't win, advanced in the playoffs. You win 10 straight, and you end kind of on a sour note. So you want to do better than that, and hopefully, this team's working very hard to get back to that point and hopefully do better in the playoffs.
What's the biggest challenge for your team this year?
I think just improve, every week, week in, week out, and I think great teams do that. Teams that win championships every year, I think they find ways to do that. And you look at and study kind of great programs. I think that that's a common thread there. They find ways to improve as the year goes, because you're always going to hit bumps in the road as the year goes, and you got to deal with those and find a way and challenge yourself as a team to get better each and every day.
What do you like most about your team this year?
Well, I mean, I think they're hungry. I've seen that dedication, ever since we started back in January, and they were excited about getting started, get back in the weight room, and it's carried on through spring training and through summer as well. So I think they're just very dedicated and just bought in to being the very, very best we can be.
Now, you have an offensive background, but you also have 2 players on the National Defensive Player of the Year watch list. Can you tell us about that and what it means to say about your program?
Well, I get labeled, an offensive guy sometimes, but I know that winning a championship, you got to be great defensively, no matter how good you are offensively, and especially special teams comes a big part of that as well. But we made great strides defensively. I think when we first got Jacksonville State 3 years ago, their defense was 125, 130 in the country. We dropped that to a top 50 defense the first year, and we went to a top. Our goal was to get in the top 20 last year at points in times before our last 2 games were in top 10. So hopefully this year will be a top 5, top 10, defense in the country. But we got some good players over there. Devontae Sigler that you just mentioned, and Junior Huff, who are tremendous, football players, along with a lot of other guys. So we got a lot of depth coming back on that side of the ball. But hopefully we will be better than what we were last year on defense. But our whole program, if they can't score, they can't win.
Now, what are your general impressions about the OVC race?
Well, I think there's a lot of parity there. Again, I said the same thing last year. I think that kind of held through, and there's not a gimme game there. Week in, week out, you've got to be ready to play, in our conference, and anybody's capable of beating anybody on a given Saturday. And I think that is proven true each and every week when you look back at the league, and just very, very competitive league. And I think the league is probably as strong as it's ever been, and it's kind of a return league this year. You got a lot of teams, it's got a lot of people back. So it's going to be an exciting, league to watch week in, week out. I think in the competition level of that, you're going to have a lot of, one-score games, each and every Saturday. So it's all going to be in how well you play each and every week.
All right, Coach. Well,